welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, I have been shopping. I've had a rare old time last week and visited quite a few art stores, and I thought we could have a look at all these goodies together. The first arty thing that I bought on holiday, oh hang on, let's get these in the right category. So when I was visiting my in-laws in Blairgowrie, we had a day trip to Dundee. We went shopping, and the Hobbycraft there had a sort of buy one get one free on art supplies. So I have a few of these acrylic inks, just a couple of colours. It's not something that I've played with overly much, but my daughter and my husband did buy me a glass pen, and I've not used that yet, so I thought that this would be quite good for that. So I've gone for the primary colours, and that was the closest to magenta they had. So I've got the blue, the yellow and the red. I quite often do this when I am working with a new brand or a new medium that I don't have. I'm not sure whether I like it or not. I buy it in the primary colours because from that you can make all the colours. If I end up falling in love with the product, I will increase it to more colours, but quite often that is what I do. And I also got these three. I kind of broke my rule slightly because I really like that lime green, so I went for the lime green rather than the yellow. This is the same idea. It's still an acrylic ink, but these three are pearlescent, and I thought they would look amazing on a black card, especially like again using that glass pen to do some detailed work on a black card. It could look really cool. So that is the first thing that I got. So this isn't exactly an art product. It's Mr. Depp. So we went to the Fringe, which was amazing. I was wanting to film a vlog, but to be honest, I was with a friend and I felt a little bit self-conscious walking around with my selfie stick. So I did take a little bit of footage here and there, which I'll maybe play. But we went to an art gallery that was showcasing Johnny Depp's work. And I asked, it was quite a posh art gallery, I asked if they had any prints and things or postcards, and she was saying, what's it for? And I was like, well, just because I'd really like to have a bit of his work. But they hadn't done postcards or prints. But when they received all the artwork at the gallery, they got these as part of the packaging that the artwork came in, so she gave me one. So I'm going to frame that. Anyway, that's not really exactly an art haul, but you know, it's an appreciation of art in more than one way. Then we went to the Grey Friars, art shop. So that was you know, just near where Grey Friars Bobby is in Edinburgh. I didn't even know there was an art shop there, so I went there. This was all I bought from there, more because it said Grey Friars art shop, so I thought it would be quite a nice memento. I was looking for like a watercolour. I really want a hardback watercolour. If anyone knows where you can get a hardback watercoloured sketch pad, I would be very interested, because that's what I wanted. This isn't going to take watercolours. This is cartridge paper, but I am always in need of a sketch pad, so that's what I got. So the next day we visited the next art shop, and then that's where I got this whole, oops, I bought the tote bag as well, like, because I just thought that was cool. So we visited Cass Art. There we go. And I got the tote bag because I bought so much stuff I needed a bag. So let's fill the time with Artits. I love that. And this shop was honestly amazing. It was so big and it had so many goodies, and there was just so much colour. And oh, I loved it. And what's really cool is I got chatting with the guy, and they actually rent out their space to do classes. So that might be something that I will look at in the future. So I bought, yeah, another sketch pad. This one is a watercolour pad, mostly because when I've not actually made the video that I needed the B-roll for, but when I made the B-roll and took all my art supplies out, I have got loads of watercolour, and I love watercolour, and I buy watercolour all the time. Oh, I've just noticed that my note that this has got Fill the Time with Artits 2 in there. Oh, that's awesome. And I love it, but I'm not very confident and very good, and it's not a medium that I pull out, and I really want to learn more. I watch a lot of professional artists on YouTube. I watch Jess Carp quite a lot, and she does like these challenges where she'll draw like 100 heads or 100 hands, And I've never been to university and various things like that. I've sort of enjoyed art as a child and then have fallen back into it in my 40s. So I feel I don't have all this experience of practicing and focusing on it as much as I would like. So I think when I have a bit of time, the next couple of months are crazy, but I would quite like to maybe take a week or something and just focus on watercolours. So I've bought myself a nice pad of watercolour paper. That's also why I would quite like a hardback version of the watercolour, if anyone can see that at some point. So that is quite cool. Also inspired by other artists, I've seen quite a lot of artists use like 3D modelling paste. I can't think of their names right now, but what I will do is I will link to the YouTube channels, and if I find details, I'll stick them up on the screen as I edit. The artwork that they do with 3D modelling paste is amazing, and although I maybe don't want to create paintings like that, I think learning some of those techniques would be great in a mixed media project. So I got some modelling paste, so that's the Pebule one. Now this looks really basic. I think this is my last item. Oh no, hang on, I'll show you these. I got just some, it's not very exciting. I got some fine liner pens, basically because they were reduced to a silly price. They had a sort of sale on, so I think these were about quarter of the price that they originally were. So I can't remember exactly, I'll have to find the receipt. So I've got some Staedtler pigment liners for doing some artwork. And then finally, this is what I've got. I've been looking at one of these for ages and never got around to it. I just had a check on Amazon, and you can get these on Amazon, similar price, so I will link to that below. But basically this is an acrylic keep wet palette. So you know when you work with acrylics, especially when we're doing mixed media projects, quite often I just like we'll use a sheet of acetate or a page of some description, but acrylic dries out as you use it. So this helps to keep it wet. So there's should we open it? Oh, we've got the here. So you've got your palette tray, and then you've got your moisture paper, and I bought an extra packet of moisture paper, and then you've got membrane paper. So you put the paint on the membrane paper and then the lid, and it helps to keep the paint wet as you're using it. So I thought that would be really useful when doing mixed media projects. In fact, Dawn and I, for the next Dawn and Julia Create, it's a mixed media using an MDF kit. And I love using acrylic paints on those sorts of projects. So that is, I really am excited by this. It looks kind of basic and kind of boring. I feel like I've bought a lot of basics, but I'm really excited about the possibilities of what I can do with all of this. So this is it. This is my haul. This is going to be framed and put up somewhere in my studio. I think a lot of what I've bought today is basics, but I am so excited. We went to the Fringe in Edinburgh. We were surrounded by creativity for 3 days from all sorts of genres. I'm really excited about developing my art skills, about using some of these mediums in things that I'm familiar with, like mixed media projects and colouring our stamps. There's so much possibility sat on the desk here, and I cannot wait to give it a try. And I really hope that you'll experiment with me, that you'll pull out your art supplies, and we can create together. If you would like to see more, please do thinking about liking and subscribing, and I will be back with some more crafty goodness very, very soon. Okay, take care then, and goodbye.